In understanding human minds and behavior, ancient Stoic philosophy remains extremely relevant. They spent considerable time observing why people react differently in various situations. While their main focus was on managing their own emotions, they also paid special attention to interpersonal relationships and subtle social cues. This approach teaches us how to easily identify subtle signs of attraction in others. In today's video, we will explore 7 key signs that may indicate a woman is interested in you. 1. Playing with her hair. Have you ever noticed, when a girl is sitting in front of you, she suddenly starts playing with her hair over and over again? Maybe she twists it around her finger, maybe she keeps tucking it behind her ear, or maybe she tosses it lightly in the air, making it a little messy. Most men think this is just a normal habit and ignore it. But from the perspective of psychology and female behavior, it's actually a very subtle signal of attraction. A woman's mind rarely says anything directly. She expresses her interest or feelings through gestures and body language. When a woman is attracted to a man, her body unconsciously creates a kind of excitement or tension. To release that tension, she starts playing with her hair. This is an unconscious reaction, where she is at the same time shy, curious, and a little nervous. Psychologists say that when a woman is drawn to a man, her brain releases dopamine and oxytocin. This makes her feel like she has to do something that hides her attraction, yet at the same time reveals it. That's why she plays with her hair, because hair is one of the most visible symbols of femininity and beauty. If you notice while twisting her hair, she might be smiling or looking at you and then quickly looking away. All of this together is the unspoken expression of her hidden emotions. The Stoic philosophers once said, "The true nature of a person is never revealed through words, but through gestures and silent behavior." This is exactly what's happening here. Twisting hair, tucking it behind the ear, or using it to hide her face. All of these are silent languages of her mind. She can't openly say she likes you, so these subtle signs become her unspoken confession. But Stoicism teaches us something important here. Don't rush to conclusions. Be patient and simply observe. Maybe she really is interested in you, or maybe playing with her hair is just a personal habit. The Stoic mindset says, your job is to collect signals, not jump to decisions too quickly. Here's another point to notice. If a girl plays with her hair only when she's alone and not at all in front of you, then it's just a habit. But if she starts playing with her hair the moment she sees you or sits next to you, then you can be sure your presence is creating that unexplainable mix of nervousness and excitement inside her. This is what's called a contextual signal, something that appears only in certain situations. From a Stoic perspective, an aware man never lets these little signs inflate his ego. Instead, he tries to understand and respect the other person's feelings. Stoicism teaches, you cannot control another's behavior, but you can control your own response. So, if you see a girl constantly playing with her hair, it might be a sign of her interest, but your role is to remain calm, not arrogant, and show her respect. Playing with hair can also carry different shades of meaning, for example. If she twirls her hair while smiling at you, it's a clear sign of flirting. If she uses her hair to cover her face, it shows shyness or nervousness around you. If she repeatedly tucks her hair behind her ear, it means she wants to see you better, to focus more closely on you. The most important thing is, playing with hair should never be judged on its own. It has to be understood alongside other signs. Does she hold eye contact with you? Does she laugh more when talking to you? Does she look for excuses to be near you? If these signs match, then yes, it's very likely she truly likes you. The bottom line is, understanding a woman's mind is difficult, but not impossible. You just have to observe the subtle gestures with open eyes. Playing with her hair is like a single word in that silent language. If you can read it properly, you'll understand the deeper meaning of her feelings. And Stoicism reminds you, true understanding doesn't come from rushing, but from patience and calm observation. 2. Sneaky glances. The eyes are the most powerful language of human emotions. To understand what's going on inside a girl's heart, you don't always need her words. Many times her eyes reveal what she's truly feeling, especially when she throws sneaky glances at you, secret little looks. It carries a hidden attraction she doesn't want to openly admit. You may have noticed it. In a single moment your eyes meet and she quickly looks away as if nothing happened. But a few seconds later, you catch her looking at you the same way again. This behavior isn't just coincidence. It's proof of her inner pull, curiosity, and emotion. Psychology says that we unconsciously look for those we feel drawn to. Their presence repeatedly catches our attention. Here's where the real game lies. She doesn't want you to figure out her feelings too easily, so she turns eye contact into a secret game. On the outside, she'll act calm, normal, even indifferent, but her eyes keep betraying her true emotions. These sneaky glances are the biggest sign of the attraction she tries to deny. Now, if we view this through the lens of Stoic philosophy, we see that it's unwise to get carried away by such behavior. Stoicism teaches us that we cannot control someone else's feelings, attraction, or actions. The only thing under our control is our reaction. So if a girl keeps glancing at you, it can certainly boost your confidence and bring you joy. But if you let it define your value, you'll become a slave to her gaze. The Stoic mindset is simple. Notice the attraction, acknowledge it, but don't become attached. There's another interesting point. Those hidden glances aren't always about attraction alone. They can also be a test. Many girls deliberately make eye contact and then quickly look away just to see how you'll respond. Will you chase after her instantly, or will you remain calm and collected? A man with a Stoic mindset holds his balance. He knows that true strength is in observing every situation without being swept away by it. Sneaky glances are like silent messages. No words, just the language of the eyes. Even in a crowd, if you notice she's searching for you, sneaking looks from the corner of her eye, or suddenly staring and then looking away quickly, you'll know your presence is stirring something deep within her. She may never say it out loud, but through her eyes, she keeps sending you the same message again and again. And from the Stoic perspective, here lies the most important lesson. Don't get trapped by the charm of someone's gaze. Instead, remind yourself, yes, maybe there's attraction here, but this is not the center of my life. This way, you can recognize her signals while keeping your inner balance. And that balance will make you stronger and even more attractive. 3. Laughter and smiles. There is something magical about laughter. It is one of the purest expressions of human connection, and when it comes to attraction, it often speaks louder than words. If a girl truly likes you, you'll notice how her laughter becomes effortless in your presence. Sometimes, you don't even need to say anything particularly funny, yet she laughs. Why? Because her heart is already inclined toward you. Her mind is subconsciously seeking reasons to enjoy your company, and laughter becomes her way of showing that joy. Think about it. How often do we laugh with strangers we don't care about? Rarely. But when someone matters to us, even the smallest remark or playful tease can make us burst into laughter. This is because laughter isn't just a reaction, it's an emotional bond being formed in real time. If she is constantly smiling at you, even when you haven't done much, it's a sign that being around you fills her with warmth and positivity. Her smile lingers a little longer, her eyes soften when she laughs, and her body language opens up. These subtle signals are far more powerful than any words she could say. From the perspective of female psychology, laughter is a way of lowering emotional barriers. A woman may not always openly confess her attraction, but her laughter betrays her. When she laughs with you, she is saying, "I feel safe here. I feel free to be myself." That sense of freedom is rare, and when she finds it, she naturally wants more of it. Women are deeply emotional beings. They don't just fall for logic, they fall for how a person makes them feel. If she feels light, playful, and alive around you, her heart begins to associate you with happiness itself. But here's where the Stoic mindset becomes so important. As much as her smiles and laughter may excite you, never let yourself become dependent on them. Stoicism teaches us that external reactions, whether it's her laughter, compliments, or attention, should not determine our inner peace. If you attach your self-worth to her giggles, you risk becoming needy, desperate, or overly sensitive to her mood swings. Instead, view her laughter as a gift, not a guarantee. Accept it with gratitude, but remain calm and centered. True strength lies in appreciating the signs without clinging to them. Imagine two scenarios. In the first, you crack a small joke, and she bursts into laughter, her eyes shining with joy. In the second, she seems quiet, perhaps distracted, and doesn't laugh as much. If you are stoic in your mindset, you won't let either moment control your emotions. You remain the same grounded man, confident, stable, unshaken. Ironically, this balance makes her laugh and smile even more, because women are drawn to men who don't crumble under uncertainty. So, pay attention. Does she laugh more with you than with others? Does she smile when you enter the room, even before you speak? Does her laughter come quickly and last a little longer when it's you? These are not accidents. These are signs her heart feels a spark. And when her laughter becomes frequent, when her smile feels like it belongs to you, it's her silent way of telling you she's interested. In the end, remember this. Laughter is not just about humor, it's about comfort, trust, and attraction. A woman doesn't waste her genuine smile on someone she doesn't care for. If she is laughing freely with you, you are already closer to her heart than you think. And while her laughter may be sweet, your true power lies in enjoying it while staying strong within yourself, unmoved, calm, and confident. That balance of joy and inner strength is what makes the bond truly unshakable. 4. Making eye contact. The eyes are like a mirror, reflecting the deepest emotions of the mind. When a woman is attracted to you, her eyes are often the first to reveal that interest. You might notice that she looks at you repeatedly, even in moments when no conversation is happening. Her eyes seem to search for yours instinctively. When your eyes meet, she may shyly look away, or sometimes hold her gaze for a moment longer, as if trying to read your thoughts. This silent language of the eyes is far more powerful than words. It's not just curiosity, it's a subtle pull, drawing her toward you. In female psychology, eye contact is considered one of the truest indicators of emotional and romantic interest. Women often feel shy to express their feelings openly, so they convey unspoken emotions through their gaze. When you notice that she is looking at you, whether consciously or unconsciously, it reveals that her fascination is not merely physical, but also mental and emotional. Her prolonged gaze means she wants to sense your presence, pay attention to your words, and perhaps seek something special from you, something she cannot directly express. Stoic philosophy teaches the importance of mindful observation in relationships. A Stoic understands that eye contact is never a trivial matter. It reflects genuine inner feelings. So if you notice her eyes returning to yours repeatedly, it indicates that you hold a special place in her mind. Yet, Stoicism advises not to let pride or overexcitement take over. Instead, appreciate those moments with patience and composure. No matter how subtle, This connection is merely a sign of her interest, not necessarily a step toward a deeper relationship. This unspoken language of the eyes is also a safe medium for women. They can convey attraction without saying a word. While people can act or hide emotions verbally, the eyes always reveal the truth. This invisible gaze is perhaps the most authentic way for her to show emotional and personal interest. It can even be called a micro-expression, a fleeting moment where the attraction in her mind becomes visible. Hidden in this connection are subtle excitement, curiosity, and genuine emotional pull. From a Stoic perspective, such eye contact should be appreciated, not allowed to trigger overwhelming emotions. If you recognize that her gaze keeps returning to yours, simply remain aware, stay natural in your behavior, and exercise patience. Every glance and every silent connection is a fleeting beauty of life. Your responsibility is to enjoy it while maintaining control over your own emotions. This discipline will help you build a strong foundation in relationships. Therefore, when you notice her eyes repeatedly seeking yours, understand that she has reserved a special place for you in her heart. This is a perfect sign of her attraction, but the best way to respond is with restraint, awareness, and the wisdom of Stoic teaching. This invisible language of the eyes is one of the most subtle yet genuine beginnings of a connection. 5. Touching. Physical touch is an incredibly subtle way of expressing human emotions, and when a woman is attracted to someone special, her touch often reveals it unconsciously. She might lightly tap your hand, poke your finger during a conversation, or even gently brush against your hand, shoulder, or arm as a signal of closeness. These touches are often brief, but psychologically they carry a powerful message. Stoic philosophers taught that emotions can never be fully suppressed. They often manifest in our small actions, body language, or physical behaviors. So when a woman reaches out to you, even in a small or unconscious way, it often reflects her underlying attraction and affectionate interest. However, understanding this touch requires more than just noticing it. It must be interpreted alongside other gestures and behaviors. Eye contact, smiles, and light physical interaction during conversation all combine to reveal the true meaning behind the touch. Sometimes people touch out of friendship or comfort, so assuming every touch is romantic can be misleading. But if the touch is paired with steady eye contact, a soft smile, and focused attention during conversation, it's a subtle yet strong indicator of attraction. Another crucial aspect is the type and context of the touch. There's a difference between sudden, unexpected contact and natural, comfortable closeness. Touches that indicate attraction are typically relaxed, effortless, and consistent. They gradually grow over time, making the presence of the other person feel natural and comforting. This kind of touch is not just physical, it's a step toward emotional connection, signaling the depth of a relationship and an underlying bond. In summary, when a woman reaches out through touch, it reflects her inner emotions, attraction, and affection. It's not just physical, it's a subtle message at a mental and emotional level, gently and unconsciously touching your mind. From a Stoic perspective, observing this behavior requires emotional control, but also an appreciation for the delicate nuances of human psychology, because these small signals are key to understanding the complexities of social relationships and emotional connection. 6. Nervousness or shyness. When a girl is attracted to you, her behavior often shows a subtle kind of nervousness or shyness. This is not an outright display, but rather a perfect reflection of her inner feelings. You might notice that she suddenly laughs in front of you, hesitates slightly mid-conversation, or shows a hint of embarrassment when looking at you. Often, as soon as she makes eye contact, she quickly looks away or unconsciously plays with her hair or clothing. These small, unconscious gestures are the most accurate reflection of her mindset. From a Stoic perspective, patience and careful observation are essential to noticing these subtle signs. A calm and mindful approach will help you understand her shyness and nervousness. Sometimes she may speak slightly faster than usual or sound a bit uncertain, and her words may have pauses or tones that unconsciously reveal her excitement. In such moments, it's important to recognize that this nervousness is not a weakness. It is a clear sign of her interest and attraction. On closer observation, you may see that she unconsciously changes her body language while around you, small movements of her hands or feet, shifting her posture, or even lightly clearing her throat. All of these reflect her inner excitement and attraction. This shows that she is not just being friendly, her mind is genuinely drawn to you. Understanding this combination of nervousness and shyness allows you to connect with the subtle layers of her emotions, creating a sense of intimacy that words alone cannot achieve. These behaviors are often so subtle that they can easily go unnoticed, but those who pay attention can clearly see that her nervousness is a definitive sign of her interest. As you gradually recognize these small signs of shyness and nervousness, you will understand just how sensitive and deeply attracted she is to you. This is not just an initial indication. It is the beginning of a connection, a silent proof that she feels both cautious and alive in your presence. 7. Wanting to spend time together. When a woman is genuinely attracted to you, one of the clearest yet most subtle signs is her desire to spend time with you. This isn't just casual meetings or hanging out. It's her way of including you as an important part of her life. She values the moments she spends with you, seeing them not merely as passing time, but as a reflection of the depth of your connection. Often this shows up in small gestures, maybe spontaneously watching a movie together, going for a walk, grabbing coffee, or even including you in little everyday activities. These behaviors reflect her underlying feelings and attraction, often speaking louder than words ever could. From a Stoic perspective, the most accurate way to understand someone's true feelings is by observing their actions. When she sacrifices her busyness, comfort, or convenience just to spend time with you, it indicates that she genuinely values your presence. She also pays attention to your interests and preferences, taking you to your favorite places, doing things that make you happy, or engaging in activities that uplift you emotionally. Through these small efforts, she communicates that being with you matters to her, and these gestures are subtle signs of her affection. Looking even deeper, this kind of interest often represents an attempt to build a meaningful emotional connection with you. She isn't just offering physical or social presence. She cares about your feelings, your likes and dislikes, and your way of life. It shows that her closeness isn't just about spending time. It's about understanding the meaning of the relationship and creating a deeper bond. Such behavior often manifests even in solitary moments, reaching out through messages or calls, or spontaneously sharing small moments from her life. Every little initiative paints a perfect picture of her interest, showing that she genuinely values both your presence and the relationship itself. So, if you notice that she frequently wants to spend time with you, it's not just about small gestures. It's a clear sign of her affection, sincerity, and effort to form a meaningful emotional connection with you. It's one of the most obvious indications of her interest, showing that she doesn't just enjoy your company, but sees it as an important part of her life. In these moments, you get the opportunity to recognize the depth of her feelings and connection, which makes the relationship far more meaningful and valuable than mere temporary pleasure. Now that you've learned these 7 subtle signs of attraction, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Remember, the Stoic approach isn't about manipulating or forcing outcomes. It's about developing the wisdom to observe, understand, and respond with confidence and respect. These signs are guideposts, not guarantees. Your true strength lies not in desperately seeking these signals, but in becoming the kind of man who naturally inspires them. Here's your challenge. Over the next week, practice the art of mindful observation. Watch for these subtle cues, but more importantly, focus on becoming someone worth being attracted to, confident, respectful, and emotionally balanced. If this video opened your eyes to the subtle language of attraction, hit that like button and let me know in the comments which sign you've noticed most often. Have you been missing these signals all along? Don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell, because understanding human psychology and building genuine connections is a journey, not a destination. We've got more insights coming that will help you navigate relationships with wisdom and confidence. And remember, the most attractive quality you can possess is being comfortable in your own skin. Master yourself first, and attraction will follow naturally. Until next time, stay observant, stay stoic, and stay strong.